There was one other thing you raised a few minutes ago about salaries and making them public, and I'm pretty much in favor of this. I mean, of course, people in government, are comfortable with having all kinds of information and protection, and it sounds like they're getting more of a spotlight on themselves and on their salaries. But this again goes back to contracting. In the contracting world, your pay, or at least what you bill out and what you earn on the top line is absolutely public, and we all work in a marketplace. We generally know what accountants bill, we generally know what attorneys bill, we know what our dentist bills. I know what the markets are for certain types of project management work. You know what the market is for certain types of web marketing and web consulting work. So it's the corporate life and is the last one where this isn't quite so public, and so this kind of hidden information implies some sort of shenanigans are going on, and people tend to get upset only when there are shenanigans. So you're like, oh, why did this person make more?
I think that's a great point. That's what I always assume. When I would get that policy reaffirmed to me in corporate life, I thought, oh, okay, it's because that they're using graft and corruption. They're paying certain managers be quiet money, other managers we like you a lot favoritism money. They're giving some managers just go away and don't seek this line of work, stay in that department money, and all of this money is stuff that we're not supposed to see. So the idea of putting it on a contract footing where there are going rates and reasonable rates, sort of like in the real estate industry, I think that's brilliant. I hadn't thought about that the corporations are sort of making their last stand for the old way of thinking, the family where we keep it in the family.
Well, this is what happens with this is one of the consequences of contracting that I'm very interested in, which is as the mix of contractors increases, that kind of stuff starts to go away, because as more and more light comes out of, let's say, two people who are doing radically different levels of productivity, one is well liked, one is effective in the organization, the other is not effective in the organization, and they're not well liked, but they both earn the same. If that information comes to light, then the peers, the community inside the company is going to absolutely say, what are you guys doing? You got to get rid of this other person. Or you get two people that are doing similar levels of work, but liked in similar ways, but one is making a lot more, perhaps due to a relationship with someone elsewhere in the company, the same way. That all starts to come out, and so the higher mix of contractors will cause that to unravel more quickly, because basically at some point it becomes more political, and so contractors, when they finish their job, they're going to say, well, I don't think I'm going to do another job here, and then they move on, and it unravels more quickly.
I am aware that at Free Agent Source, you made it pretty clear from the beginning that policy is that we're transparent, and that what you bill is up to you, and that there's a transparency in terms of what we bill you, and there's transparency all around. The only thing we don't do is we don't share what you're billing with somebody else, although, as you say, that's culturally prevalent information. We know the going rate for certain types of work.
Right.
But in terms of internally in the company, what we take out, et cetera, that's all transparent.